Hey guys, just quick video to show you how to place the soft collision. So you created your curve, you have your shrink wrap modifier. You can apply it to up, have your bales, for example. I haven't did it since the 21 SX, so I don't remember for the Z up and everything. But we don't care. It's not the purpose of this video. So you have your object with the different modifiers, the fit curve, sorry, the array and the curve to have everything placed with no effort. Then you want soft collision. So first you need to call it like what is it? I don't remember. Maybe something like soft Habe for soft Habe, something like that maybe. You name your object, then you apply the modifier, both. Then what happens? So it creates what we call a bounding box, and a bounding box is this. No matter the actual shape of your object, it will create a cube that is bounding. Yeah, a bounding box, so bounding your object. So basically, here what you have to understand is because our object is now one object, the collision will apply here. So inside for those two lanes, you will just struggle to ride because you are in the soft collision. And of course you don't want that. So how to fix it? You select your object, you switch to edit mode, and you right click separate by loose part. If your object is done correctly, this will work. So now you can see here on the right side that all objects have been split. Now, what's the problem? So still in edit mode, well, no, I'll switch to object mode. And now I'm in object mode. I don't want to unselect my object. If I do so, I can Control Z to have my selection back. And just want to show you something. So if I click individual origins, means that if I move or rotate or anything, I will do it based on the origin of every single object. So if I click R for rotation, and I can see that the origin is still at 0, and this is correct, because if it's not, I cannot apply my previous modifiers. But we need every object to have his own single origin. So I will right click and set origin, and here you have different options. So origin to geometry, and you see that we have this little point in the center of the geometry of each object, which is for bales. Okay, if I click to center of mass, it's the same more or less. And volume, again, it really depends on the actual shape of your object. Is it squared? Is it a rounded object or something like that? But usually origin to geometry is okay. Now, what I need to do and what you need to understand is your object we'll still create this bounding box around itself. So if I go, I think I'm in the latest version of Blender of today's splat screen 331. So if I go in, I think it's tools, yeah, tools, so in object mode, because you don't have the same menu if you're on object or edit mode. Here you can apply transform only on origins, and you would click that, and by clicking that, you'll see that origins are well placed but not correctly rotated. And if I zoom on this one, so how it how the bounding box will be created, it's along axes, no matter if it's the X or Y axis, but the box will be created from the very farthest point. So this one to this one to this one to this one, and as I just said, along an axis. So it will create a box like that, and that's correct. If I check for this bale, okay, it's this one, this one. So the same, it will be rectangular, it creates the bounding box, but then it aligns to the axis. So, or you will have something like that, or something like that. And what happened then? You take your turn, and you go a bit high in here in the turn, and you fall here because you are hurting something invisible, and it's the bounding box. And yeah, it's a pain, but what you can do is to take your circle selection, for example. You take objects that are more or less or the opposite or leaning in the same direction. You press R and you rotate the axis. You see this one is correctly aligned on Y. Okay, and this one needs to be fixed a bit like this. Like this. Okay. If I want to check everything, just quickly I can press A to see all the axes. So okay, this one I haven't changed. A, this one is okay, this one is not. Okay. So of course, if you have your entire track to fix, it's a pain. I won't lie, but that's my personal workflow, and that's how I did for the 21SX. And that's also why there was some fix between the practice and the race, because it, of course, can happen because you have to fix all of them manually that you forgot some. So what's important, guys, is to create one section, you fix it carefully, then you create another section, you fix it, and do not think that you can just create all curves, create all arrays and everything. You shrink wrap, you apply modifiers, and you will forget some objects, some bells for sure. Uh, I I created 17 rounds in 17 weeks, and I forgot some even the various weeks. So not saying something like I'm a best and I've forgotten, so you'll forget. No, it's just that here it's a very simple demo, but when you have like hundreds of bells, it's very complicated. Hope you guys found some great information there. You can share the love. Oh, something, of course. Then, if you need to move an object and you press G to move it, you will only move the origin. So don't forget to go back here in your tool, uncheck origin, and you can again move your object. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.